I'll be talking about the overview of international human resource management in the global banking sector. Your presenter is Bertha Hamis Mukulama. Overview of international human resource management in the banking sector. Human resource management facilitates the movements of talents, adherences to regulations, and strategic alignments of the workforce across international banking centers. Bertha et al. 2016. It ensures that the worldwide HR strategies are tailored to meet local demands, enhancing both competitiveness and responsiveness. Fandau et al. 2017. It also facilitates adaptability and changes in the intricate regulatory landscapes. Scullion and Collins 2018. Culture HR Strategy Foundation. Global HR managers apply Hosford Culture Framework to tailor HR policies to local values and behaviors. Hosford et al. 2010. Collectivist Culture, China, South Africa Value Group Burst HR. Rachel et al. 2019. Individualist culture, US and UK prioritize autonomy and innovation. Cultural awareness strengthens global cohesion. Mastery of culture improves trust and retention. Hazen and Pinton 20. South Africa HR philosophy. South African banks use geocentric models that blend global leadership norms with local autonomy. HR strategies balance global frameworks with national labor realities. Hazard and Budworth 2015. Equity and affirmative action remain one core priorities under the Employment Equity Act. Thomas and Jane 2004. RSTs help track equity targets and ensure compliances. Van and Lasby 2017. HR policies align with broad-based Black economic empowerment and national inclusion's mandate. Bussen 2007. Real-time South Africa practices and culture. Real-time digital systems support regulatory reporting and equity tracking. Performance-based incentives align with equity and transformation goals. Measures hierarchical structures with Ubuntu-inspired inclusive leadership. When we talk about Ubuntu, we are just simply talking about oneness. Barriers, legacy platforms, and complex labor dynamics. Best practices, regional HR autonomy within a global integrated framework. US HR philosophies and innovations. US banks use a polycentric strategy to allow local HR units to operate independently while supporting corporate goals. Acta et al. 2021, focusing on predictive data and AI improved recruitment and retentions. So if you notice in the US, they're using much of artificial intelligence also in recruitment and retention of employees. Learning management systems LMS offers substantial fintech compliances and leadership training to ensure organization worldwide skill. AI tools boost performance, monitoring by spotting hazards and opportunities immediately. HR metrics shape business dashboards and driving organization worldwide decisions. US cultures and best practices. Merits based on culture with low power distance, Hazen and Pinton 2014. Strong compliance focus. Americans with Disabilities Act ADA, Equal Employment Opportunities Commission here, and this on disabilities and equal opportunities, Americans are so much focused on that, and they really want partiality in that particular area. And impartiality, sorry, and family and medical leave, FML. Emphasis on diversity, equity, and inclusion, initiatives and hybrid work models. Innovation drives workforce adaptability, best practices, and analytics connect to HR and KPIs. England HR philosophy and governance. UK banks follow a regional HR model, aligning their leadership with European standards. Head office set general HR rules, but local branches still manage their staff. Employees move between countries within the region to gain experience. HR systems have been updated to adjust changes caused by the Brexit. Digital HR tools help unify staff and process across regions. Culture, England culture and compliances, culture professional, welcoming, and rules-based. HR focuses on supporting mental health and employee well-being. European privacy laws and labor laws affect how HR operates. International HR teamwork together to stay coordinated. Best practices follow EU laws and ensure fair, clear HR policies. China, China HR philosophy and control. China banks often follow ethnocentric model where HR decisions are made at head office and applied in other countries. Meow 2022. Employees are promoted based on loyalty and how long they have worked there. HR policies are closely tied to national um, government goals. Managers from China are sent to lead key international branches. Personal networks, uh, Guanxi play a big role in hiring and workplace relations. So if you look at China, they're not so much away from also just their general governance in the way they do things, also in HR as well. So China culture and strategic risk, high power distance and collectivism dominate. And you look up Russia et al. 2019. Central control limits local agility abroad. Cultural rigidity hampers innovation. Best practices, dual reporting and culture onboarding. Strategic HR must balance hierarchy with flexibility. So you just see the comparative analysis table that has been aligned there, which you're able to look up. So extended comparative insights. So here we're looking at the insights of these different countries. US and UK employees are more motivated when they're given independence and trusted to make decisions. In China, workers work more engaged when there's a strong sense of loyalty and long-term job security. South Africa, employees' motivation is improving due to policies that promote inclusion and fair treatment. Innovation, Western banks rely on data and technology, while China follows more traditional structured systems. Organization theory, theory Y, which says employees are self-motivated, works well um, in the Western, in the Western, um, in the Western banks rely on data and technology, while China follows more traditional structured systems. So we reach the conclusion. And the conclusion and future trends. Um, Make sure HR policies respect different cultures and local laws. Create HR rules and reflect on how much authority people expect, power and distance. Yeah. The other things you look them up. Those are the references as I was researching. Those are the books that I was referring to. You can actually look them up. Thank you very much. This was Bertha.